Lady Louise looked the picture of elegance today as she drove a carriage at the Royal Windsor Horse Show at Windsor. The 19-year-old, who is daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, looked stylish in a coordinated beige riding jacket and matching fedora hat. She added camel-colored riding gloves and a floral cravat, with a yellow flower pinned to her jacket. Wearing minimal makeup, she also wore discreet drop earrings and seemed to beam with delight as she confidently took the reins. The teenager seemed perfectly at ease driving the two magnificent black horses in front of adoring crowds. Wearing minimal makeup, she also wore discreet drop earrings and seemed to beam with delight as she confidently took the reins. The teenager seemed perfectly at ease driving the two magnificent black horses in front of adoring crowds. It's the second time she has driven a carriage this week, the first watched by her proud parents. The event is highly prestigious in equine circles, and was a favorite of the late Queen. Lady Louise appears a natural, having shared a love of carriage driving with the late Duke of Edinburgh, who was instrumental in helping to establish the sport in Britain. Earlier in the week, she was watched by her parents as she took part in her first carriage event. Her mother, Sophie, then presented rosettes to competitors in the fancy dress competition in the Copper Horse Arena. The popular Royal, 58, donned a black and white floral gown and a black leather boots for the occasion in Windsor Castle. And she added some chunky boots to keep her warm. Until recently, Lady Louise has largely been shielded from the public gaze by her parents Edward and Sophie, Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. But she is dear to the heart of the royal family and was particularly close to her late grandparents, Queen Elizabeth II and Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Prince Philip took particular pride in his seventh child as she was the first to bear the name Mountbatten-Windsor, carrying on his family name. And she looked very happy to be promoting the tradition of carriage driving. Sophie and Louise's appearance at the Royal Horse Show comes just days after a pedestrian was struck by an outrider in the Duchess motorcade which left her in a coma. The police motorcycle collided with the elderly woman in Earl's Court on Wednesday. Paramedics from the London Ambulance Service and London's Air Ambulance rushed to the scene before the woman, in her 80s, was taken to hospital. Buckingham Palace said after the incident that the Duchess of Edinburgh's thoughts and prayers are with the injured lady and her family, adding she was grateful for the swift response of emergency services.